to get my new shovel. It's beauty, isn't it? Big old flat, perfect for moving dirt, which is going to be a fun thing to do today. I was looking forward to doing it. Welcome everyone to another edition of Jim Fixes Things. Sort of. Today we're working on the front walk. I say sort of because I'm not really a handyman. I try to take on things I've never done before, but this I have done before. Just so you know, I've got several layers of weed stop. I've got 2 inches of gravel and the weeds still come through. But today I plan to defeat it, at least for a while. This, as the superheroes would say, is the bane of my existence. Grass between the pavers. I've got down triple layers of weed stop, because we all know, it's been said before, Mother Nature gets what she wants. She wants the space, she's moving right back in, but we do the best we can. The biggest thing I've got to do today is take Mr. Brand New Shovel here and get all that dirt up, gravel, pavers. It's gonna take a while. If you're inclined to wonder, Jim, why don't you just use some vegetation killer? I have tried that, but most of the stuff they have nowadays has a blend that's designed not to hurt the earth. And it really doesn't. Yep, the weeds thrive just fine. The next thing I need to do is find my tarp. Like I said, I've done this before. What I do is I lay the tarp out, scoop up everything in the shovel, dump it onto the tarp, separate everything I don't want. This time I'm getting rid of the dirt. I figure there's a lot of seeds and grass stuff in there I don't want. So I figure if I put in new dirt, half the problem solved, maybe. You know where I bet it is? In this locker that I can't open because of the truck, so I'll have to move the truck back. Yeah, just need a few inches. Oh, and for those of you who've been watching my channel, big story about this coming up. Hang on. First off, got to find the tarp. There it is. My $9 tarp. I'm sure it's going to be good for most anything I want to use it for. Honestly, it's kind of like paper mache, but oh well, it's all I've got. Alrighty then, next step is to pick up all these pavers and stack them somewhere, probably at that end of the walk on the driveway. Then the fun begins, and I'm quickly running out of shade. Gotta get set to sweat. Easiest way to do this is just a little spade into a bucket. There's really no easy way to do this. And it looks like it might take a while, but I will win. Okay, all the pavers are up. This is what we've got left. I've got the tarp laid out on a windy day, held down by some of the pavers, and this is where all this is going to go. Taking a break, showing a bit of progress. There's the old matting. Still in good shape. It seems the roots of the weeds weren't even connected beyond this. So I think I'm gonna save myself some time and not pull all of it up, replace some of it, stick it a ways to go. As you can see here, a lot of it's been able to be swept up. Okay, I was wrong a little bit. Some of the weeds did plant themselves into the actual fiber itself. Huh. Which is gonna make you ask, if it's supposed to stop weeds, why are weeds growing on it and up? Anyway. Okay, here's kind of the finished product. I've got the regular gravel I reused, and I couldn't find the other gravel. I got this pea gravel that just doesn't look right. I'm gonna have to pull that out and do it again. It's got to look like that gravel. That's good looking gravel. This is not. This is what it looks like after I shelled out all that small gravel, and this is the finished product. It looks darker than the other, but that's because it's wet. And the last time I got this, I did find the original. The last time I got this, it took a while to turn this color. The sun bleaches it a little bit right now, just a little wet, but there it is, guys. I do have a lot of leftover gravel though. Gotta figure out what to do with that stuff. I think that train can only take so much. By the way, it's taken me over a week to get this done. Yeah, yard work's not really my thing. Just say it. Wow, this grass needs cutting. You should wonder what I'm doing. Got a pretty big amount of gravel in that bucket. I've got a ditch out there. I'm gonna go dump it in our sump pump ditch to help with drainage. I'm out of breath. See, this well looks like a big gaping hole. This used to be all rocks above the ground. This is our sump pump drain. It evidently just keeps making it go further and further down. So I'm gonna put this gravel in to try to take up some of that space. There we go. Ticked off the dog next door, but oh well. My neighbor's zero turn is really heavy, evidently. Okay, if you're like me, this is one thing you have put off forever. That's right. It's time to try and clean up the garage. It's a fix that I've really never wanted to do, but I think it's time. You just don't realize how much stuff you collect over the years. My trouble is this stuff. The fluids, paint thinner, I've got windshield washer fluid, tire stuff, car wax, it just goes on. And you're thinking, Jim, you'll use this stuff eventually, someday. Yeah, but till then, it's this beast thing taking up space in the garage. In a nutshell, what it means is my wife is really tired of looking at it, so yeah. And the main thing is organization. Like, these tools could have a place to go. I think they're fine there, but when you look at it from a distance, look at it, it just looks like this mess. And what do you do with old oil for vehicles you don't even own anymore? Crack filler, yeah. Of course, a Bible always comes in handy, but this plumber's putty, it's been up there for years. You know it's not any good anymore, so yeah, that's what the chore is today. First, I feel I've got to correct something. I don't know if I've ever given you guys advice on getting gifts for a significant other, girlfriend, wife, but I always had the thinking of never give anything that plugs in. How romantic is a waffle iron, really? But my wife, last birthday, wanted this. An electric pruner. Guys, you can be a hero with power tools. I know, who'd have thunk it? I say that, but she's yet to use it. We have charged it, so it's ready to go, but maybe someday. Wow, I am really putting this off, aren't I? Filming projects I don't really want to do is one of the reasons I do these videos. If I do the video, I've got to get a project done, right? Get a project done, got a video, all is good. I'm still putting it off, aren't I? It appears I didn't have as much oil and stuff to throw away as I thought. It's motorcycle oil, which I can always use. Oil's not going to expire. It's been in the ground, what, millions of years? Small engine stuff for the lawnmower. I think a lot of it was just getting it organized. But I can see what my wife is talking about when you've got stuff like this. That's that stuff I put out in the backyard to help grass grow. Then you've got this old picture we just put there, but stuff like ice melts and potting soil, gravel, it has a purpose, but it just looks horrible, like this thing. You know, as I look at it, I think I need organization for a lot of stuff. Cords, buffers, stuff just sitting on a shelf does look kind of tacky. Maybe I need to get a cabinet. This won't work because the lockers are pretty much for decoration. Yeah, the shelves inside really don't hold much. So you know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, another project done. Really not, but you know, I'll play these games in my head. You guys do that too? So where does that leave us according to where a video is concerned? Let's see, look around. Okay, we fixed this. We got this little cubby hole. All new gravel, all the weeds are gone, so that's done. Now look up on the house though, you see these spiderweb things? They get up there and I don't know why. Guess I could spray the house. But I don't really think that's gonna make great content, so. Did find a couple of things I didn't need anymore that I'm going to put in a box and take down to someplace like a auto shop and see if they can dispose of these fluids. They may charge me, but it's worked before, so. I'm gonna keep my fingers crossed because I really want to get rid of them. Oh, by the way, for those of you who've been watching any length of time to the Jim Fixes Things episodes, you know the story of Delilah. She doesn't like running a lot when she sits a couple of years. So, did he get it running? Let's find out. By the way, I use these old blankets to keep the dust off because I found out as a black motorcycle from an old biker. He said, dude, quit washing it so much, just dust it off. Sure enough, dust it off. Good as new, 9 times out of 10. I know you're breathless with anticipation. All right. Here we go. It's in neutral. Ignition. That just felt so good. Now all I've got to do, according to the guy at the motorcycle shop, is ride it. Editing this video, I'm not sure if it's boring or interesting. If you found it interesting, if there's anything helpful, give me a like, would you? And even if you didn't, consider subscribing because I may come across something that is interesting someday. Getting you DIYers going. That's the whole idea of this channel. Spark of interest. Don't forget to tell your friends about it. And remember, I'll be fixing to see you.